Hello students, welcome to Dr. Deepa Dhake's NEET Biology, and in today's session from Transport in Plant chapter we begins with ascent of sap. The different phenomena and different kinds of processes we already studied in our last session, and today we discuss about the ascent of sap. So first you very well clear that what is ascent of sap. Ascent of sap, you remember, the process of upward movement of water molecule with the help of xylem tissue. And whenever the processes take place, so here you remember ascent, as the meaning is there, ascent of sap. Ascent means upward and sap means water, and along with water the dissolved mineral and nutrients are also transported. So process of upward movement of water with the help of xylem. When water is moved, so water is always be moved from bottom to top or from root to leaf, or commonly we say root to aerial surface of the plant. This you remember. Secondly, sap word means, you very well remember, the water as well as dissolved mineral nutrients are commonly referred as sap, and instead of plain water or pure water, the sap is always be transported with the help of xylem. When we studied about the xylem, so we already studied that the xylem vessels and xylem tracheids are the conducting element, and whenever water is transported, the conduction of water in upward direction or the process of ascent of sap is always to be take place from these conducting elements, that xylem vessels as well as the xylem tracheids. So this part you remember. So simply when we study about the tissue which is responsible for ascent of sap, so this tissue you remember, xylem tissue is mainly responsible. If we come towards the direction of ascent of sap, so the ascent of sap or water movement is always unidirectional, and in unidirectional way means, you remember, it is only in upward direction. This part you remember. Now when we study that the xylem is responsible for ascent of sap, then some experimental proof we study, and with the help of those experiments finally it is proved that xylem is the tissue which is responsible for the upward movement of water. So here you remember, when we study the experimental proof, so one experimental proof, mainly you remember, the universally accepted experiment is ringing experiment. So with the help of ringing experiment, we proved that the xylem is responsible for the upward movement of transport. One another most common experiment is performed in the balsam plant, and for that experiment one color dye is used, that is called as eosine. So with the help of eosine solution in balsam plant also we perform one experiment, and that experiment also proved that the xylem is responsible for the upward movement of the water or process of ascent of sap. Now when we discuss about the theories related to ascent of sap, so here you remember a large number of theories. If you go through the reference book, so in reference book a large number of theories are provided, but here we only discuss about the transpiration pull theory or the Joly and Dixon's theory, because this is the one and only theory which is universally accepted for explanation of the process of ascent of sap. If you go through the different theories, so physical force theories, vital theories, number of theories you appear, but you only remember for ascent of sap one important theory. That theory you remember is called as transpiration pull theory. This is the one and only theory which completely explain that why against gravitational force water always be move in upward direction. So first you remember transpiration pull theory we study for explanation of the process of ascent of sap. This transpiration pull theory as proposed by Joule and Dixon, therefore it is called as Dixon and Joule or Joule and Dixon आप कह सकते हैं. So it is called as Joule and Dixon's theory for ascent of sap, and the theory or the continuous water column from root to shoot or from root to leaves, continuous water column is there, and this continuous water column is mainly because of the presence of cohesion and adhesion force. Therefore you remember this theory is called as cohesive adhesive force theory. These three names we use for one common theory. So now first we provide the common name. That name is also provided in NCERT, that is transpiration pull theory. This you remember. Now when we come towards transpiration pull theory, so here you remember कि why we use the term pull here. Pull means because of the regular transpiration from the surface of leaf, water deficiency is generated in the mesophyll cells of the leaves, and this deficiency of water deficiency means, as we already discussed, water deficiency means you remember the value of osmotic pressure gradually increases, and when the value of osmotic pressure in the mesophyll cells increases, then the demand for water is also increased, and cells start to pull the water from the surrounding cells or start to pull the water from the cells where the water is sufficiently present or the osmotic pressure of the cells become low. So this part you remember. Now when we study about the transpiration pull theory, so in this transpiration pull theory, first we study about some features. That first feature we study that transpiration pull, you remember. Now this transpiration pull, why causes this you remember or understand very well. Transpiration pull, here we draw one surface of the leaf, and as you are all are knowing the dicot leaves, because dicot is a predominant flora and dicot leaves show the presence of stomata at the lower epidermis. So here we draw some stomata, and this is just symbolic way we use the cells. Vascular bundle, upper epidermis, below upper epidermis palisade layer, and palisade is followed by the loosely arranged mesophyll cells, that you remember. So in this way only few cells I draw here for the explanation purpose. Now what is happening when the regular transpiration is take place through the surface of leaf? So during transpiration you remember loss of water is take place, and this loss of water is always be take place in vapor forms, and that process is actually called as transpiration. Okay, now regular transpiration when take place, so the guard cells, you remember the guard cells are bean shaped or kidney shaped, and these guard cells when provide regular water or transpired the regular water, then you remember the deficiency of water is take place in guard cell, and thus the guard cells start to absorb the water from or start to pull the water from the surrounding accessory cells or subsidiary cells. Now Slowly, the deficiency of water, you remember, when we study about the water deficiency, why water deficiency is caused? Because the transpiration phenomena is take place. First, you remember. After that, you remember कि when the water deficiency is caused, then osmotic pressure always increases. So, at the surface of leaf, under the influence of transpiration phenomena, osmotic pressure of cells become increases. So this part you remember. Now what is happening? This is one guard cell or one stomata. In this stomata, the guard cell increases the osmotic pressure because there is a deficiency of water. So the guard cells start to absorb the water, or accessory cells start to absorb the water from the surrounding mesophyll cell. Suppose this is a cell. From this cell, water is absorbed or forcefully pulled by the accessory cells of the stomata, and this process, the pulling of water, regular pulling of water due to transpiration is actually, आप याद रखिएगा, in exam sometime question is asked for end osmosis. So end osmosis is take place in the guard cell. Now during end osmosis, water from A cell enter inside the guard cell. Slowly there is a deficiency of water in A cell. Osmotic pressure of the A cell increases. So the water from adjacent cell, suppose adjacent cell we say B. So the water from B cell start to move towards the A cell because the cell B is saturated with water. So osmotic pressure of the cell B is high and the osmotic pressure of the cell A is low. Water always move from the higher water यहाँ पे क्या होगा आपका, osmotic pressure of the B cell you remember low and the osmotic pressure of the A cell is high. Why the A cell show high osmotic pressure? Because the A cell demanding water as the water from A cell is transported towards the guard cell. So from B cell where the osmotic pressure is low and the cell B is saturated with water. So from B cell you remember water transported towards the A cell. Again when the B cell slowly losses its water or transport its water towards A cell, then the cell show the deficiency of water. Water deficiency means now in B cell also osmotic pressure increases and it start to pull the water or absorb the water from the adjacent cell where the osmotic pressure is low or the water is sufficiently present. From C cell water is enter. In this way gradually this water transport is take place from one cell to another cell, and water always transported from the region of low osmotic pressure to the region of high osmotic pressure. The students who are new for the session, they can go through the link provided in description, and with that link you clear your doubts about the concept of osmotic pressure, that how the cell and how the water transport take place according to concept of osmotic pressure. And then slowly vascular bundle means xylem and phloem. So from the xylem of vascular bundle water is start to move or start to pull towards the mesophyll cell. So here you remember only water, which phenomena is responsible for pulling of water. The process of transpiration is mainly responsible for pulling of water. Okay, and because of this transpiration there is a regular loss of water and gradually the osmotic pressures of the cell is increases, and to maintain that osmotic pressure the cells start to pull the water from the adjacent cell, and gradually slowly this demand for water is reaches towards the root, and in the region of root you remember when we come towards the root. So here you remember, here the vascular bundle is connected with xylem, vessels in angiosperm, and here we come towards the root. Now in root you remember the xylem is connected with rest of layer. that is endodermis, endodermis, pericycle, cortex. So here what is happening when this deficiency of water or pulling of water gradually increases or gradually reaches at the surface of the root. So root, here you remember, roots are cells, you already studied in last class. The root pressure is present here, and the root pressure is developed because of the saturation of cells by water. So in root region, you remember, the osmotic pressure is always low. Why the osmotic pressure is always low? Because the cells are always saturated with water, and this is the reason that at the surface of root, push is responsible for the water, and forcefully water is uplifted in the xylem vessels or xylem tracheids of the stem, and from here the pulling of water is resulted due to regular phenomena of transpiration. So this part you remember, that the transpiration pull theory stated one of the most important phenomena is appear on the surface of leaf, that is transpiration, and that transpiration causes or develop the two different region. In one region or aerial surface, osmotic pressure is high. At the surface of root, osmotic pressure is low, and because of that water is move in upward direction. The second point which is stated by Joly and Dixon in their theory is that the strong cohesive force. So when we study about the cohesive force, cohesive and adhesive force, they used to explain that why the continuous water column is present in between the root and stem, or in between the root and aerial surface of the plant. So cohesion force or cohesive force, you remember, a strong cohesion force or strong cohesion present between water molecule. Cohesion means, you remember, a strong attraction force when present between similar molecules, then it is called as a cohesion force, and that kind of force is quite more strong in case of the water molecule, and because of that when the pull is developed at the surface of leaf, push is developed at the surface of root, so strong water column is available, and the sufficient energy actually not available in plant which break this strong cohesion force. So this part you remember. And third force that maintain this regularity in water column, that is the adhesive force or adhesion, you remember. So adhesive force when we study, so adhesive force means a force between the polar molecule and any of the surface, or the force which is present, this is also attraction force or mutual force which present in between the water molecule and the surface. Here the surface means the xylem vessels or xylem tracheids. So adhesive force, again you remember, a strong force between water molecule and surface of the conducting element. In case of ascent of sap, we say surface of the conducting element, and conducting element is xylem vessel and xylem tracheids, and because of that the water molecules strongly attached to the surface of the conducting element, as well as they strongly attached with each other with the help of this cohesive force, and because of these three reasons the regular transpiration phenomena result in the pulling of water, strong cohesive force between water molecule and strong adhesive force between water molecule and the surface is responsible for the regular water column, and because of that the regular water is moved in tallest to tallest plant against the gravitational force. So this part, this much mainly you remember for the ascent of sap, and this is the reason that why, if any question is asked that why the water is moved upwardly against gravitational force, because we all are knowing gravitational force is one of the strongest force, but against this force water is always move in upward direction. So some more strong forces are active, and these strong forces here you remember, first the phenomena of transpiration, second cohesion, and third the adhesion. So this much you remember for the today's session in transpiration pull theory, or mainly you remember for the ascent of sap. Either you study ascent of sap or you study the transpiration pull theory. Both are exactly similar things. For explanation of ascent of sap, scientists Joly and Dixon provided one view that is called as transpiration pull theory. And again when you studied about, already आप पढ़ चुके हैं, when we studied about the root pressure. So root pressure here you remember, root pressure is causes push of the water at the surface of the root. Transpiration responsible for the pull of water. Here the demand for water is generated. Here the cells are saturated with water. So two different regions are available in plant. One aerial surface or leaf with water deficiency, root and the cells of the root with the water saturation, and because of that water also move from root to shoot or in upward direction. So this is all for today's. In next session we begins with next topic, just according to NCERT we follow all the topics. So that next topic we will discuss. The students who are new for the session, they kindly go through the previous videos and subscribe my channel, like my videos, and secondly if you feel any doubts and difficulties in this topic, this chapter or any another chapter of the NCERT, so kindly ask those doubts and difficulties, and up to next session stay motivated and stay blessed.